A civil society organization focused on promoting women's political participation in Nigeria, ElectHER, has raised concerns over the lack of female representation among the candidates vying for the governorship position in the Ondo state election. At its pre-election analysis conference, the organization highlighted that while a woman is running for the position of deputy governor under the ADP, the absence of more female governorship candidates underscores the need for greater gender inclusivity in the state's political landscape. The group further calls for a more resilient and gender-inclusive democracy in Ondo State, urging political stakeholders to prioritize policies and actions that encourage women's representation and participation in governance.
Our work doesn't just cut across elections, of course. ElectHER has three major components: women public life participation, that looks at broader public sector reform, including political access for women, women economic empowerment, and women peace and security. So, of course, these are cross-cutting thematic areas, and elections are quite critical to electing our leaders that shape the policy landscape, that determine the lived experiences of women and children. So this is why we are vested in these elections, for example. Now, for this report, we are focused on, just very punchy thematic areas. Of course, starting the report with a socioeconomic profile of the state. And the reason for this is to understand where the state is at the moment, how women are interacting in the state, their economic performance, and you'd see that, women, of course, constitute about 50% of the population of the state, but also significantly contribute to economic activities in the states as well. So, when it comes to election, of course, women must be considered not only as, voters, but also as representatives that will shape and determine the affairs of the state. In these findings, you would see the retrogression of women's participation across the past 3 or 4 electoral cycles. And so it begs the question, our leaders, what are the focus of our leaders? Do they really understand these nuanced issues? And that is why today it is important that, we present key findings like this, and hope that stakeholders, of course, will take this on board as they engage different stakeholders in terms of the issues that we see on the field, and of course patterns like this that we see as well.
And we are here to observe the conduct of the elections, and that's why we came a few days earlier to discuss with a number of stakeholders and to see to what extent they are ready for the election. So far, in all of the engagements we have had, we've been reassured that all of the measures have been taken in place to make sure that people can express freely without any hampering, any obstacle their will. And we are looking forward to observe also during the election day tomorrow to make sure that the people of Ondo, the Sunshine State, can actually do that freely and without any blocking obstacle.